what I'm doing. This is supposed to be some sort of like journey and storytelling process about who I am, but that doesn't seem super interesting. Because like honestly, who the f cares, you know? I think the simplest process to talk about would be how I ended up at Full Sail. After high school, my family moved from Jersey to Florida, and I ended up going to school for 1 year, hated it, moved back to Jersey, went to school for another year, couldn't afford it, stopped going to school altogether, got a job, hated that, felt trapped, quit that job, moved back to Florida, spent a lot of time just being depressed and sad, and then I decided, you know, maybe third time's a charm. So of course the most natural thing to do after hating one school and being unable to afford another school is deciding to go to a pretty controversial school that is super, super expensive. Spent a few months looking into it, spent another month thinking that there was no way I could afford it, even with loans. Got denied for a bunch of loans. And then eventually, suddenly, things started to make sense. It was kinda like I was supposed to be there. Eventually I got enrolled, and then suddenly it was orientation, and then I was in my first month of classes, and it had like this weird feeling of impending doom. Like I was just waiting for someone to be like,
oh yeah, actually, all of your loans fell through, all of your scholarships fell through, you can't go here.
And I honestly still have that feeling about a year in, but you know, I'm here, right? Is that a hero's journey? Is that from 2 failures and 1, I don't know, trapped in a job for a year? Does that count as an additional failure? To best grades I've ever had, spotless attendance, passion for something for once. I think that all counts for something. And just so you know how much this whole process has affected me, here are some really good testimonies from family members. What do you think about me being at Full Sail?
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that have wanted to go there and weren't able to. So I think it's really cool that you have that opportunity. And I think for what you want to do, I think it's really good for you. And you couldn't be anywhere better. You're stressed very easily.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Loads of anxiety.
Oh, well, we'll cut that.
You want to make babies?
Yes. Was that anything? I mean, if I'm watching this far enough in the future, I'm glad you didn't give up. That's it.